Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is AS and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video was originally planned to be an overall coverage of all of my PlayStation trophies, but that venture ended up being too long for me to make and for you to watch. Therefore, I decided to switch the video structure and solely go over my PlayStation Platinum trophies. If you are unaware about the principle of a Platinum trophy, it is a digital reward that you receive for completing everything a game has to offer, including the offline and possibly online content. With that explanation out of the way, let's discuss my collection of PlayStation Platinum trophies. They will be sorted based on the date when I earned the trophy. Number 1. Telltale The Walking Dead Definitive Edition on the PlayStation 4. What a better way to start my Platinum trophy collection than my favorite video game of all time. The Definitive Edition includes Seasons 1 through 4, as well as the Michonne and 400 Days side stories. You already know how much I love this game, and I will ultimately do a project about the entire series, so I won't dive too much into it. If you are interested in exceptional storytelling, you should play Telltale's The Walking Dead series. Number 2. Telltale The Wolf Among Us for the PlayStation 4. The second best Telltale series in my opinion, Wolf Among Us uniquely uses the fairy tale characters that we all know and love and implements them into a crime drama. You don't know what to expect from the series, which will keep you intrigued for the long haul. In a similar fashion to The Walking Dead, I encourage you to play The Wolf Among Us if you have any interest in wonderful narratives. Number 3. Man of Medan for the PlayStation 4. Man of Medan comes from the same people as Until Dawn, and while still great, it isn't the lightning in a bottle like its predecessor. This game is a downgrade from Until Dawn on every level. The character models look worse, the story isn't as interesting as the first game in the genre by the same developers. Neither is horrible, but neither is an improvement over their counterparts from Until Dawn. If you're looking for a horror experience where you can simply sit back and make various decisions that may or may not kill some of your favorite characters, Man of Medan isn't a terrible pick. It just wouldn't be my first choice. Number 4. Telltale Game of Thrones on the PlayStation 4. The next 3 games are other selections from Telltale's catalog. The first of which is Game of Thrones, and as an avid fan of the TV show, I really like the series. It takes place towards the end of Season 3, and it showcases how several side characters deal with the blowback of the 3rd season's finale. Some of the main people from the series make an appearance in this game, but it was cool to watch the end of Season 3 unfold from other perspectives while experiencing their own problems. If you like Game of Thrones, you will like Telltale's Game of Thrones. Number 5. Telltale Batman for the PlayStation 4. The next Telltale game is the first season of Batman. If you are a fan of Batman, you will like this season and the next pick on the list. The character models look great, the story is engaging and original, and the action sequences, while still based on QuickTime events, are surprisingly cool. Spending time in the Batcave really bugs down the pacing in a few of the episodes, but Telltale's Batman was cool. Number 7. Telltale Batman The Enemy Within for the PlayStation 4. Everything that I said about Telltale's Batman can be replicated in this follow-up season, Telltale's Batman The Enemy Within. However, the reason why I like this season over its prequel is the relationship between Batman and his main antagonist here. It nicely develops their treatment of each other, and by the time the 5th episode ends, you may be conflicted as to what to do. The first season of Telltale's Batman was good, but the second season surpasses it by a margin. Number 7. Color Slayer for the PlayStation Vita. I bought this game during a time when I was focused on collecting Platinum trophies. I saw a low price tag and thought to myself, why not? Let me pick up Color Slayer. I regretted my decision ever since I earned the first trophy in the game. The visuals are awful and the gameplay is extremely repetitive. It may be an easy way to earn a Platinum trophy, but I wouldn't touch the game with a 10-foot pole if I were you. Number 8. Telltale Minecraft Story Mode for the PlayStation 4. By far the worst Telltale series, Telltale's Minecraft Story Mode is dangerously boring. The characters are uninteresting, the walking sequences feel more of a chore now than in any other Telltale series, and the inclusion of YouTube personas in Season 2, while nice, takes away any degree of seriousness the first title established in its early moments. Speaking of which, I am currently unable to earn 100% of the trophies in the game since both seasons are no longer available on the PlayStation Store. I have the Platinum Trophy by playing the first season, but I cannot earn the trophies for the second season. Oh well, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it, and neither should you. Number 9, Marvel's Avengers for the PlayStation 4. As a fan of loot-based games, Marvel's Avengers hit the right spots for me. The story was cheeky but in a good way, the visuals were initially impressive, and the sound design is nice. As far as the gameplay is concerned, it was fun in a grindy kind of way. I'm saving my full thoughts for a future project, but it always amused me that people hate Avengers but like Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That's neither here nor there though. If you want a game that enables you to play with friends as the Avengers, I would give Avengers a shot. I just wish that the campaign allowed you to play with your friends as opposed to forcing you to wait until the story is over. Number 10, Telltale's Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy for the PlayStation 4. The last Telltale title on the current list, Telltale's Guardians of the Galaxy was okay. That's the best way to describe it. You may like it purely based on the inclusion of Peter Quill, Gamora, Drax, Rocket Raccoon, and Groot, but it also doesn't do anything special with the story. It is extremely cliche, and the first episode is disappointing because of how quickly a certain villain is dispatched. Try this game if you like Guardians of the Galaxy, otherwise you can go ahead and skip it. Number 11, God of War for the PlayStation 4. 2018's God of War is awesome. I thought that the story was concluded with God of War 3, but this entry proved me wrong. The gameplay was impactful, the visuals and sound design were stellar, and the story was adorable as it tried to develop Kratos' character and his new role as a father. The boss fights were fun, but they didn't reach the same level of scale as God of War 3's encounters. Nevertheless, I highly recommend God of War on the PlayStation 4. Number 12, 0000 for the PlayStation 4. The trailer for 0000 looked cool. A retro platformer? Sign me up. Funny enough, I didn't realize that the lack of difficulty with achieving the Platinum Trophy until I earned the first trophy and decided to check out the list. The game is essentially a collection of hundreds of platforming levels, where you must collect a certain item and reach the exit. You don't have to complete every stage to get the Platinum Trophy, so you have leniency when it comes to which challenges you decide to finish. Pick up 0000 when it is on sale, assuming you enjoy challenging platformers and want to experience something old school. Number 13, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered for the PlayStation 4. Initially, it's impossible to ignore the controversy behind Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. Not only was it solely included in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare's deluxe package, but most of the multiplayer maps were sold later as downloadable content as opposed to including them in the remaster free of charge. Fortunately, you then remember the incredible single-player component, and although you may not forgive the aforementioned controversies, you'll have a good time with the story. Fun, action-packed, and shocking at times. You can go no wrong when it comes to choosing Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered as your next first-person shooting video game. Number 14, Day of the Tentacle Remastered for the PlayStation 4. Day of the Tentacle is reminiscent of Telltale games, but it is much more old school than any other Telltale game. Whereas The Walking Dead, Wolf Among Us, or Minecraft Story Mode can be easily beaten, you're going to have to think on your toes when it comes to Day of the Tentacle, as there are various puzzles that are sprinkled throughout your experience and must be solved to progress. The narrative is enjoyable in and of itself, but I would think very carefully before picking up Day of the Tentacle Remastered. It is certainly not a game for everyone. Number 15, Little Hope for the PlayStation 4. Little Hope is certainly an improvement over Man of Medan. As cliche as the characters may be, the story is very interesting, as it keeps its shocking ending for, well, the ending, instead of telling you what is going on early in the game like Man of Medan. As a narrative-based horror game, Little Hope is a great choice. However, the next pick triumphs over Little Hope and Man of Medan. Number 16, Until Dawn for the PlayStation 4. I absolutely adore Until Dawn. The goofy characters, the goofy story, and the goofy environment all contribute to an amazing horror title that doesn't take itself too seriously. I wouldn't say much on this pick to avoid spoilers, but aside from a few slow moments, Until Dawn is one of my favorite video games of all time, and certainly one of the best exclusive titles on the PlayStation 4. Number 17, Life is Strange Before the Storm for the PlayStation 4. The next three picks are from the same universe, Life is Strange. As for this list of Platinum trophies, These three games are ordered chronologically, which means the first title is Life is Strange Before the Storm. It introduces you to Rachel, a character that is only briefly mentioned in the original Life is Strange. It also brings back Chloe, and the relationship between Rachel and Chloe carries the game's narrative. Not much to say here. If you like Life is Strange, you will really like its prequel. Number 18, Life is Strange for the PlayStation 4. Speaking of which, the original Life is Strange is captivating. Another pick in my top 100 video games of all time, Life is Strange is engrossing from start to finish, as some of the moments will catch you off guard. Rachel's and Chloe's relationship in Before the Storm was awesome, but the relationship between Chloe and Max is on a whole other level. Few other interactive video games come close to the quality of storytelling as Life is Strange's plot. Number 19, Life is Strange 2 for the PlayStation 4. Disappointingly, Life is Strange 2 is nowhere near as good as Before the Storm or even the first Life is Strange video game. The main relationship here is between two brothers and it is much more than serviceable. Nevertheless, everything around the relationship, including the people with whom the brothers interact and the general plot, are boring. If it wasn't for the relationship, I would rank Life is Strange 2 even lower than Telltale's Minecraft story mode. You may like Life is Strange 2, but it wasn't my cup of tea. Number 20, Telltale Tales from the Borderlands for the PlayStation 4. I would like to apologize for the white lie from early on the list. As a matter of fact, there is one more Telltale game on this list. On the plus side, it is a great game. Telltale's Tales from the Borderlands is filled with fantastic characters, a narrative that isn't overly serious and doesn't require you to play the original Borderlands games, and the music is perfect for the game's vibe. I had a lot of fun with Tales from the Borderlands and I only played the original Borderlands, which is considered by many folks as the worst of the bunch. Give this game a try. I guarantee that you will at the very least like a good portion of it. Number 21, Watch Dogs for the PlayStation 4. Watch Dogs includes a trophy that was patched shortly after the game's release because it was too difficult. Named Social Lubricant, you must complete 10 levels of 3 different drinking games. I earned the trophy prior to the patch and it was absolutely terrible. Putting this trophy aside, the core game of Watch Dogs is still pretty good. The main protagonist isn't very likable, but you would focus more on hacking different devices and the exceptional multiplayer experience over the game's headliner. It's a shame, but thankfully it doesn't ruin the overall experience. Number 22, Spider-Man Miles Morales for the PlayStation 5. My first Platinum trophy on the PlayStation 5, Spider-Man Miles Morales is a top-notch game. Miles is a wonderful character and his careless attitude showcases the best web slinging in any Spider-Man game. The combat system is also excellent, and the visuals are breathtaking on the PlayStation 5. I need to give an additional shout to the final boss, which in my opinion is better than the last boss in Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4. All in all, Spider-Man Miles Morales is a no-brainer when it comes to PlayStation 5 titles that you should check out. Number 23, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice for the PlayStation 4. You already know my thoughts on Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, so I will keep this pick short and sweet. Play it. Play the game with headphones. Thank me later. If you want to know my detailed thoughts, check out the video on my top 100 video games of all time. I will include it in the description box below. There may also be a project in store for Hellblade, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Number 24, Astro's Playroom for the PlayStation 5. Astro's Playroom is a love letter to fans of the PlayStation lineup. Whereas Astro's first presence on the PlayStation 4 felt like a demo, his appearance on the PlayStation 5 is in a complete platformer that fully utilizes the haptic feedback on the controller. It typically comes for free with every PlayStation 5, so you have no reason to skip on Astro's Playroom if you own a PlayStation 5. Number 25, Detroit Become Human on the PlayStation 4. The first of 2 David Cage games, Detroit Become Human is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best David Cage experience to date. The core concept for the narrative is enthralling, choices that you make may or may not take certain individuals out of commission, and the facial animations are very impressive. I love Detroit Become Human. I give it a 10 out of 10, just in case you need further proof. Do you like great stories? Perfect. Play Detroit Become Human. Number 26, Marvel Spider-Man Remastered for the PlayStation 5. A remaster of the PlayStation 4 version, Spider-Man Remastered takes place before Miles Morales, both in terms of release date and chronologically. If you like Spider-Man, you will love this game, as it executes almost everything well. The only misfire is the side content, which doesn't feel like a chore in Miles Morales due to its lower quantity. Still, Spider-Man Remastered is the best video game starring Peter Parker, and I did not have to think twice while figuring out if I should give the remastered version a try. Number 27, Beyond Two Souls for the PlayStation 4. The second David Cage game, Beyond Two Souls had a very disappointing release on the PlayStation 3. For reasons that are unbeknownst to me, the order of chapters in the PlayStation 3 version does not make any sense, and it ruins a generally decent narrative. The PlayStation 4 version allows you to play the game chronologically, which would definitely give first-timers a better first impression. Unfortunately, I could not wash the bad taste from my mouth after playing the nonsensical story in the PlayStation 3 version. Number 28, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim for the PlayStation 4. Speaking of seconds, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim is my second favorite video game of 2020. As a title that's heavily based on its narrative and the process of listening and reading text of dialogue, 13 Sentinels is thought-provoking. I won't spoil anything here, but let me make one remark if you're going to play this game. You will ultimately experience 13 different plots, and you have the option to jump between each story willingly. Don't do it. Focus on one character at a time, otherwise you'll be confused. 13 Sentinels is still an amazing game, but consider that comment as food for thought. Number 29, Cyberpunk 2077 for the PlayStation 4. The next Platinum Trophy may be listed as a PlayStation 4 trophy, but I played Cyberpunk 2077 on the PlayStation 5. If you take away the glitches and bugs, Cyberpunk is a 10 out of 10 for me, which may be due to how much I love a similar title and structure, Deus Ex in 2000. However, we cannot talk about Cyberpunk without including the big elephant in the room, meaning the bugs and glitches. At the time of this recording, I would still avoid Cyberpunk 2077 because those issues bring down the score to a 2 out of 10. Try Cyberpunk in a year or two, by then those problems should be ironed out. Avoid it for now though. Number 30, Shady Part of Me on the PlayStation 4. Shady Part of Me was announced and released during 2020's Game Awards. I picked up the game on the same day because I was enamored by the visual art style and the music. After completing it, I can attest to its beautiful design. The gameplay is also interesting as it implements various puzzles from two perspectives. When this game is down to $10, I would definitely pick up Shady Part of Me. It is still worth a full purchase, but it depends on your tolerance for puzzles. Number 31, Disney Classic Games Aladdin and The Lion King from the PlayStation 4. A collection of two games that were originally released back in the days of the Super Nintendo, Aladdin and The Lion King are great, yet very difficult games. If I reviewed those two games back in the day, I would recommend them but advise to prepare for a grueling experience. When it comes to the collection, you don't have to worry about the difficulty because you have the ability to rewind whenever you fail. Earning the Platinum Trophy can also become a joke with the implementation of cheat codes. These two classic games are worthy of your money, but I would still wait for a discount, as both titles are very short. Number 32, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order for the PlayStation 4. There are many reasons as to why I like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. The story is great, the gameplay is well executed, and the music and visual designs are top-notch for a Star Wars game. However, the biggest reason is its status, as proof that video games in the same vein as Dark Souls or Sekiro Shadows Die Twice can indeed have a difficulty setting. I already made a video about it, so I won't discuss it any further. If you like Star Wars, I will give Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order a shot. Number 33, The Evil Inside for the PlayStation 5. I will be blatantly honest here. The Evil Inside is a pure ripoff of the PT demo, which surpasses this title in every conceivable way. The worst part about it is the jump scares that are not only ineffective, but they also don't make any sense in the context of what is happening in the story. It offers another easy platinum trophy, but I was mainly attracted to it because it looked like PT, and I adored the PT demo. The Evil Inside is my biggest example of buyer's remorse for 2021. Number 34, Ghost of Tsushima for the PlayStation 4. It took me a very long time to play Ghost of Tsushima, but I'm really glad that I checked it out this year. It is unquestionably one of the best exclusive titles on the PlayStation 4 and the best samurai title ever made. The story has a few moments that are heavy on cliches, but the presentation is mesmerizing and the swordplay is incredible. If you can ignore the cliche moments and the Ubisoft world design, Ghost of Tsushima earns your time of day and money. Number 35, It Takes Two for the PlayStation 5. From the makers of the beautiful Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons and A Way Out, It Takes Two may be my favorite cooperative experience of all time. If you want to know my full thoughts on the game, you should check out my video review. In short, It Takes Two is a must-play, as long as you have a partner in mind. The game will not match you up with a random player, which makes sense, but it still forces your hand to look for anyone with whom you can play one of my favorite games in 2021. Number 36, Assassin's Creed Unity for the PlayStation 4. Assassin's Creed Unity was hammered at launch, bugs and glitches galore. They still exist to a lesser degree today, but I still had moments of fun with the game. The protagonist was charismatic and the lore of the Assassins and Templars are nicely explored here. The technical issues and problematic parkour system can be aggravating, but Assassin's Creed Unity is currently my top 5 games in the franchise. Keep in mind that I haven't played Brotherhood or Revelations, which may bring Unity a notch down on the future list. Number 37, Far Cry New Dawn for the PlayStation 4. I didn't think that Far Cry New Dawn can surpass Far Cry 3, which includes one of my favorite villains in gaming. However, it did. I will still keep Far Cry 3 in my top 100 video games of all time, but New Dawn includes better gunplay, better presentation, which isn't surprising because it came out at a later date, and better execution of cooperative gameplay. I will release my video review in the next couple of days, so make sure to check it out if you want to know what I think about Far Cry New Dawn. Well folks, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for checking it out. Which platinum trophies have you earned? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I will make sure to keep you all posted on my quote-unquote hunt for platinum trophies at least once a year. Till next time, have a great day or evening wherever you are. My name is AES, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.